Why your brain never truly rests. Some people don't know how to relax anymore. Even when their body is still, their mind keeps running like something bad is about to happen. You finally lie down after a long day. The room is quiet. Nobody is asking anything from you anymore. But your brain refuses to stop. It replays conversations you barely remember. It imagines problems that haven't happened yet. It searches for danger inside completely ordinary moments. And the strange part is, this has become normal for you. You can watch videos for hours, scroll endlessly, listen to music, distract yourself until your eyes hurt. But true mental rest, that feels almost impossible. That feels almost impossible because your brain isn't just tired. It's stuck in survival mode. A lot of people think rest is simply doing nothing. But for the nervous system, rest only happens when the brain feels safe. And many people haven't truly felt safe in a very long time. Maybe you grew up needing to stay alert. Maybe your mind learned that making mistakes leads to pain. Maybe you spent years carrying emotional pressure nobody noticed. Maybe you spent years carrying emotional pressure nobody noticed. Over time, your brain adapts. It becomes hyper-aware, always scanning, always preparing, always expecting something to go wrong, even during peaceful moments. That's why some people feel anxious when life becomes quiet. Silence gives the mind space to think, and sometimes, thinking feels dangerous. So the brain fills every empty second with stimulation, notifications, videos, noise, scrolling, anything to avoid sitting alone with unresolved emotions. But constant stimulation slowly exhausts the mind. Your attention span weakens. Your thoughts become louder. Rest starts feeling uncomfortable. And eventually, you reach a point where even sleep doesn't feel like recovery anymore. You wake up tired, not because your body didn't sleep, but because your brain never fully stopped protecting you. The saddest part is that many mentally exhausted people still blame themselves. They call themselves lazy, unmotivated, broken, but exhaustion is not always caused by working too much. Sometimes it comes from thinking too much, feeling too much, carrying too much for too long without emotional safety. Some people have spent years pretending they're okay, while their nervous system quietly falls apart underneath them, and nobody notices. Because high-functioning exhaustion is invisible, you still answer messages, still go to work, still smile in conversations, but internally, your mind never leaves survival mode. You become addicted to mental noise because silence starts revealing everything you've been trying not to feel. And that's why true rest can feel terrifying. Because real rest means lowering your guard. It means no distraction, no escape, no emotional armor. For some people, that feels unfamiliar. But your brain was never designed to live in constant alertness. Humans can survive that way for a while. Not forever. Eventually, the mind begins to slow down in painful ways. You lose excitement. You lose focus. You stop feeling emotionally present. Even things you once loved start feeling emotionally distant. Not because you don't care anymore, but because your brain is exhausted from trying to protect you every second of the day. And sometimes the healing doesn't begin with productivity. Sometimes it begins with finally feeling safe enough to rest. Not physically, emotionally. Some minds are not tired because they work too hard. They're tired because they never learned how to feel safe.